Welcome back to the show. We call this show Retire with Integrity because that's what Integrity Financial Planning helps you do. Retire with integrity. You can find us online at retirementplannow.com. Brian, I thought this was kind of cool. Let's talk about some financial fact or fiction. I'll give you a statement. You tell me if it's financial fact or financial fiction, okay? Number one, the media can be your biggest enemy.
Absolutely. That's a fact.
We just talked about it last week.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Jim Cramer guy.
You got to understand the media is, or even when it's news, business news, it's entertainment. Especially it's financial news. It's entertainment, right? They're
trying to achieve ratings. They're not trying to help your portfolio.
right.
Yeah.
And they don't know anything about you. That's the thing. I mean, I love it when people come to go, hey, Brian, what are you recommending right now? What do you think's a good thing to go into? I'm like, I don't know anything about you. There's 40,000 different investment products. I don't know.
Yeah. What are your goals? What do you?
Yeah, I mean, what do you?
Where are you currently?
There's so many different things. So it's just it's hard. Financial tips is more about entertainment than knowledge. That's the reality.
How about this one? Emotions are rarely your friend when making financial decisions. Because I know your people are emotional.
Well, of course.
My dad is.
They're human beings, and they see a swing in the market of 4 or 5%, or 3 to 4% in their account. And if they have it's one thing when you have a couple $100,000, right? It's when you have $2 to $5 million, then it changes everything, because that 5% swing on $5 million, right? Wow. Oh my goodness, we just lost $100,000.
Yep.
What in the world, or whatever, right? You know, 200,000, 300,000, whatever it may be. You lost the same percentage as when you were 30 years younger, but it's just a lot bigger of a number, and it hurts. You're like, is it going to come back? And then everything, the news, going back to the last question. Oh, the economy's going down, recession. This they laid off this company. So, emotions are your absolute enemy, and they tend to override statistics, right? So if we're investing in individual companies or individual real estate, and that investment is still doing strong, then we're not going to exit out of it just because all the hype,
the hoopla. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's still strong, they have a great earnings, their fundamentals are there, they're still making plenty of money, and there's still plenty of companies doing that. There's nothing, you don't have to buy the entire stock market like some people say you need to. Oh, I'm going to buy the whole stock market. Well, that really didn't pan out that well this year. In some cases you were down 20, 25%.
Yeah.
Or you could have picked select investments that weren't down as much.
See if I'm paying attention. So far, make sure you watch Jim Cramer and use emotions when you're making financial decisions. All right, number 3, financial fact or fiction, the market always moves in cycles.
Well, I mean, the market can't and won't go up forever, never does. But the problem is people get greedy when the market goes up. They start chasing returns, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably had 5.
Feel invincible. You're like, oh, I got this.
I had 5 hard conversations last year with clients about Bitcoin. And
I'll bet.
I mean, because we have a platform that we could have gone into what is called a managed Bitcoin. It was actually trading the futures, and you could get in and out, and it had all this downside protection, which was a lot lower risk than Bitcoin, but it still had just a ton of volatility, and it was scary for me as an advisor. I'm like, the more and more I dove into it and looking at the swings, I said, if you want to put 10,000 into it, that's fine. Go, I'll show you how to do it yourself. 20,000, maybe 50,000 even. But it's just too much risk for the average retiree that has saved millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I still haven't found anybody. I know there's people that have billions of it supposedly and millions, but I still haven't honestly met anybody. There's a couple that had 100,000, and some of them they bought and it went down to zero. They bought some of these new coins that came out, gone.
Was that directed at me?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about other clients I've met that they came in and they're like, yeah, I bought this one. I mean, I haven't heard of them. It's like the whole FTX story.
Yep. All right. How about this one? Number 4. You probably aren't as risk tolerant as you think you are.
Yeah, we do our best with this one. This is tough. There's not an exact science on this. we do these
It's
questions.
so subjective based on person and
It is,
situation.
and we're adjusting this all the time. People are like, "Didn't I just do this 6 months ago?" You did, but the market's changed.
Yeah.
It's been a year, but they updated a lot of information in the questionnaire, and our portfolios have changed, the market's changed. We just want to make sure that we're in the right alignment. And it's funny. Some people we think that are very conservative end up being aggressive. They never call. They're not concerned about it when the market drops, but the risk tolerance on a scale of 1 to 11 or 1 to 10 comes in at like 3. We're like, how are you a 3? You never call. You don't care when the market goes down or your account goes down. And then we got somebody that's a 7 or 8, supposedly. They say they're very risk tolerant and they can handle all the risk.
And there are 2.
They call every week.
Yeah.
They're like, Brian, I lost 3%, it went down. And so
there may be a trust equity there too.
It's getting to know them, right? It's having that personal relationship with people. Because all of our clients, they come in and see me, and I'm making that investment decision for them. So I know them personally and know.
And they trust you.
What's going on in their life, like not just financially, not just their job, their kids, what's going on with, grandkids, grandkids sick and in the hospital, and they're spending money helping the kids out.
You kind of need to know that stuff too.
It's very important, right? And we got clients that are really sick, or one of the spouses is sick, is in the hospital. They're trying to find out a disease, what it is.
Yeah.
And some of those things make me go, let's scale back the risk just a teeny bit here, right? We don't know if we're going to need money sooner than we thought. We thought we were going to go out 3 to 5 years. Now we might be pulling money this year if some of these medical bills need to be paid.
Yeah, right.
Medicare doesn't cover everything, and health insurance doesn't cover everything. So, there's that last one. What is it? The market.
There's no magic bullet.
Well, with the greediness, I think I was going to make a comment about that. Our old CPA always used to say this because he was like, pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. And reality is, when you get really greedy, you turn into a hog and you're going to get slaughtered. Smart investment decisions doesn't mean you're greedy, right? Smart investment decisions is tactical. It's buying low for a long period of time, investing long-term in real estate, stocks. It's what can get real wealth, but it's not overnight. The problem is we have the Bitcoin mentality now, because some people turn into billionaires overnight, and we can do the same thing.
I just have the bacon mentality right now. Now that you're talking about hogs, I want some bacon. RetirementPlanNow.com is where you find us. RetirementPlanNow.com.